Hey everyone, what's up and welcome. Today we are back and we're playing some more Splitgate 2, and I wanted to make a full guide breakdown on how to portal around the map bypass like a pro. Bypass is a pretty big map. It's a map with a lot of portals, but not one that I find a lot of people make great use of. And so I wanted to show you some great rollouts and rotations with the portals that you guys can memorize and hopefully, like I said, portal around like a pro. Bypass has some easily accessible portals that take place on the high ground aspect of this map, and a lot of people oftentimes go there, but there isn't a lot of ways to portal out of it. And so knowing how to portal around from lane to lane, especially on the low ground, is going to make you 10 times a better player on this map specifically. So I've taken a good amount of time to kind of break down once again the most optimal paths for each of the lanes. If I were to break down this map in terms of an understanding of structure, there's basically three lanes. There's the left side, which will take you to under the high rise. You can kind of go under there. It's a stairwell, and then the enemy spawn looks just like ours. These big panels in the back are what are going to be calling our home bases. These are on both sides of the map. If I were to go across right here, look straight across, this is the same panel, the same home base and the enemy spawn. But we're going to go back and we're going to start things from over here. So once again, you got that underside, you got high ground right here, which is kind of like the upper part of the left side of the battlefield. This is all just called mid, I guess you could say. You have the undercut, the high ground, and you have this portal here, which is very important. We'll talk about that in a moment. And you also have the planetarium. The planetarium is quite big. In here, you have the jump pad, which takes you to high ground, which is where a lot of people love to play. The most common portals you see people using on this map are these two up here. People love to come through, creep through, and then shoot on high ground. But on high ground, you can see we're very exposed. You don't have a lot of portaling opportunities unless you have a port-to-port, because there's nowhere to connect to here other than these things. And you're probably going to die by the time you fly up there. But you'll notice there are so many portals underneath. And once you master these, you'll be zipping through this map at the speed of light. And like I said, you'll just be a much more dangerous player. The last thing inside the planetarium, you have these panels. You have the back side of the planetarium, which just kind of bends around like that. And you have those back panel walls. You also have these back rooms, which will take you back to either of the spawn points. And yeah, that's pretty much the breakdown of the map. But we're going to start things off here at the home base. And I'm going to run you through an initial external rotation. So this rotate will be the one that takes you all the way around the perimeter of the entirety of the map through planetarium and back to our spawn point. If you want to do that, you're going to want to look for this portal from spawn. You're going to connect here. You're going to come straight through and dodge to the other side of the wall. From here, it'll take you to stairs. You hit that and you're going to look straight down to connect to this little door here on the underside. Once you come through here, you're looking straight back up to the right, hitting the connecting wall, which will allow you to bounce back off and make your way to the enemy spawn just like that. We've now gone through half the map. If you want to go through the, like I said, perimeter, we're going to bounce here to this little side door, and we're going to be able to enter the back room here of the planetarium. You're going to go through here, connect to the outside of the planetarium wall, this big panel, which allows you to go around the backside, hit this wall, back into our back room, hit this little connecting wall, hit this wall, and now we're back in our spawn. It goes pretty quick, but that's kind of the beauty of it. You know what I mean? It's quick. That was all the way around. You know how long it would take you to actually walk that? Doing that with portals is quite fast. At the end of this tutorial, I will kind of show you every single route in real time, like as fast as I can. But we're going to move on to the next wall here, which is going to be this portal. This portal is something I want to focus on. It allows you to use these giant rectangular high ground portals on the right side of the battlefield, and it's probably the easiest way to access them. Every time I access these portals from other points on the map, I oftentimes end up shooting it higher because of these little rocks that block the low ground, and you end up falling out of the portal, having to reportal on that same wall because it's just not a great vantage point. But if you do pop a portal onto this wall, you come through here, you have easy access straight across, which will take you to the stairwell on the left side of the map, which we initially rotated to, coming up this stairwell, and this will take you straight to enemy spawn. So it's a couple of portals, but it's a great way to make use of these rectangular walls. Once again, we're going to do on the other side of the map. If we want to go back, we'd hit that same big panel, come here, easy access straight across, look here, back to our spawn. So that's pretty much the main use case for these ones that I've come up with. The next side of the map is down here. We've now made our way through the left side. Now we're focusing on bottom mid, and bottom mid has a lot of options It's probably going to be the expressway to most places you want to go, especially objectives which take place like inside under here and inside planetarium. This closest panel here is what we're going to focus on first. This one allows you to get immediate access into planetarium from a side angle. So if we pop a portal here, you can see we immediately can get in the main entrance. This main entrance will take us into here, and we have two more options. This one will allow you to basically have avenues to go to enemy spawn or go backdoor enemy spawn. But if we come back here, you also have this right panel, which allows you to hit our backdoor to basically make your way back to our spawn. So we come here, 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 and we're in our spawn. Next up, we also have this panel here. This high ground panel is going to be the quickest way to get to enemy spawn, faster than any other portal options that you'll see on this map. From our spawn, we hit one portal, look straight across, we're in enemy spawn. It's basically 3 walls that we're dealing with. One port, a second port, you're in enemy spawn. We're gonna do that once again. We're gonna go back here. We're back in our spawn. This one's really good because a lot of times you have split ball points, which will kind of end up over here. You can go here, grab the ball right here, come back, hit this portal, hit this portal, hit this portal, dump it off, and there you go. You got an insta point. If they have multiple balls, you can imagine how quickly you'd be able to kind of farm this little portal run and steal all their balls. And the last little portal we're going to be focusing on here is this underside one. The underside one allows you to get into low ground here in the stairwell. You do have an access point to get into planetarium from here, which will take you to one of the close center walls. Once again, this is center of planetarium. Where we came from is down there. You have no portal here, and you have access to the right one from where we came from. This will allow you to go here and then go backside planetarium. If you pop portal and didn't want to go backside planetarium with this portal, you also have access to all front panels as well. These front panels will allow you to connect, come straight across, and then from here we could access the back room. There is one more little portal I didn't really mention. It's the one up top. You could smack that here from mid, and from here you kind of have access to the same options we did rotating around the far left side. You do have some cover from enemy spawn and high ground here, so it is a reason to take it, but this will basically just take you back to our spawn outskirts, or you could just end up hitting this wall to come back to enemy outskirts. Come here, 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 and then you're in enemy spawn again. Once again, we've covered the left, we've covered all of mid, and last but not least, you have the right side. But I'd figure by now that we've rotated around the map from all options, you have a pretty good sense and idea of what planetarium entails. You do have that back door over there, but into planetarium is pretty straightforward, and our recent understanding will help you navigate it very easily. You come in, and once again, you have options to the front side panels, the backdoor side panels, and either of those leads you to the main entrance or the back door once again. So once again, we come here, we go front doors, and then from here, we could hit this, go into enemy spawn back room, which is spawn is over there, or from main entrance from our spawn, we could just go back door, which once again leads to pretty much the same options. Just having an understanding of the portals inside planetarium, I think will allow you to play around a point a lot easier. It's very straightforward in here, and a lot of times there are firecrackers in these corners. Being able to hold the point from multiple angles in planetarium is helpful, especially in this backside here. You can kind of like pocket yourself where not many people would see you. Like if you're playing on the opposite side but watching the firecracker from right there, you could literally play it right here, and it's a really nice spot to stay hidden, out of sight, out of mind. In terms of the high ground points, I didn't really need to break these down because all of you guys probably already have a good understanding of it. Like I said, these are the most used portals on this entire map. You hit these, you can come through. There is a kind of like bottomless pit point that you could portal through to get some movement, but other than that, that pretty much covers all of the portal rotations on this entire map. I will now speed run through each of these routes just to show you guys what they look like in real time to finish off this little guide. And yeah, I hope this has been helpful for you guys. So first up, let's go perimeter external. We're gonna go here, cross, go low ground, door, out of here, hit the skinny one. We're back in enemy spawn. We're gonna cross, put the little back door to go back door in the planetarium. We're going backside of planetarium to hit our door, to come back through our back door to spawn, and now we are back in our spawn. This top one, once again, this one gives you easy access to these high ground panels here, which gives us easy access to enemy spawn. We're gonna take that right back again, and we're gonna do it our side, over here, we're in our spawn. Now we're going to focus on these middle ones. We're going to go low ground, which will bring us right into Planetarium, which will take us to our back wall and allow us to get access to our back room and our spawn once again. We're going to go here, which gives us access to underside, which could bring us back to our spawn extremely easily. We're going to hit this one here, and then we're back in spawn. Or we could go underside and head into Planetarium, which takes us to back room and back to our spawn again. The top one, as a reminder, quickest way to rotate across the entire map. We're in enemy spawn. We're going to go back. And we're back in our spawn. And if we want to go through Planetarium, through main entrance, we come here. We're going to go front doors. Front doors will take us here, hit this one, into their back door. We're outskirts now, and we're in enemy spawn. Or we could go inside Planetarium and focus back doors instead, and come straight back to our spawn. And that's going to do it, bro. That's all 3 lanes, all 3 rotations, all 3 routes, doing it decently fast. And I hope this video makes you better on this map, man. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Let me know which map you would like to see next, and had a lot of fun, man. This map, once I got it, it made me realize how much smaller it is. This map feels smaller, or yeah, smaller than some actual small maps, even though it's pretty big. I love the portals on this one. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys want to see more. Keep up, stay up. Peace out.